Good evening. Welcome to Vibrant Hong Kong. I'm Rico.
And I'm Erica. Good evening, everyone. Vibrant Hong Kong is a program that covers various aspects of Hong Kong society, from the latest developments in different industries to original and unique creations. In this episode, we've invited some inventors to tell us about their innovations, which recently achieved international recognition.
And we'll also be talking about how locally developed AI tools can be applied to fashion design. Hong Kong is the cultural and creative capital of Asia, where innovative ideas and design talent converge. Technology is sure to bring more opportunities to the industry.
That's right. What makes Hong Kong special is that it's home to people from different walks of life and a city brimming with talent. Nonetheless, most people still have the impression that it's an international financial center. So, is Hong Kong globally competitive when it comes to innovation and technology?
Of course, the Hong Kong government vigorously supports scientific research. For example, it established the Hong Kong Productivity Council to promote productivity excellence through the relentless drive of world-class advanced technologies and innovative service offerings to support local businesses. HKPC actively collaborates with industries and enterprises, as well as world-class R&D institutes in Hong Kong to develop applied technology solutions for value creation, thereby enhancing our city's competitiveness.
The Hong Kong Productivity Council is tasked with promoting productivity excellence through the rigorous application of world-class advanced technologies and innovative service offerings to support Hong Kong enterprises. Earlier this year, HKPC organized Appreciation Day 2023 to showcase the international accolades its innovations have garnered.
Innovation here at the Hong Kong Productivity Council is now upgrading to a more high value-added production, and it's gradually becoming Industry 4.0. Let's have a look.
This universal industrial Internet of Things device compatible with 5G communication is called Smart Patch and is used for collecting and visualizing real-time production machine data. The invention was awarded a gold medal with congratulations of the jury, the highest accolade, at the 2022 edition of the International Exhibition of Inventions of Geneva.
The Smart Patch has been adopted in many of clients in various industries, such as construction and food production industry. We usually install this device into the machines in the production lines. With this device, the machine can acquire the real-time data such that they can utilize this data to make some production decisions, such as arranging and executing production orders.
This flexible graphene-based gas sensor can be integrated into wearable devices, provides high-sensitivity gas detection, and also reflects environmental contaminant levels.
I just tried this on, and it's really warm. Can you tell us more about this?
We developed a graphene-based ink, and then we print it on a traditional fabric. Our industrial partner helped us make this fabric into a heating device and then make this vest. And when we apply the electricity to this pattern, it will generate heat. In the winter, when you wear this vest in indoor area, this can generate a localized heat on your body, so it can save the energy. Besides this, graphene is an antimicrobial material, so you can use it to kill the bacteria and virus.
At this year's Geneva International Exhibition of Inventions, HKPC continues to garner awards with its outstanding research and development feats.
With us today now is Dr. Cheung, Chief Innovation Officer at the HKPC, as well as engineers Dr. Haokun and Eriol Leong. Now, they have recently returned from a competition in Geneva, Switzerland. Welcome.
Hi.
Hello. I know that the HKPC submitted entries to the 2023 Edison Awards and Geneva International Exhibition of Inventions earlier this year. So, Lawrence, how did your innovation fare?
Yeah, I'm happy to report that for the Geneva invention, awards. We have 28 awards in total. Amongst them, we have 4 gold awards with the congratulations of the jury and also 2 gold. And for the Edison Award, we have 1 silver and 2 bronze.
Wow, big congratulations.
Wow, that's very impressive. So can you tell us a bit about the global nature of the awards and its competitiveness? And also, for example, are all of these nominees from top R&D institutions from around the world?
For the Geneva Award, it's one of the biggest invention show around the world. They have entries from all around the world, such as from European countries, Asians, and also America. And for the Edison Award is also an award for the innovation and invention. And they have entries from the like of Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, General Electric, and General Motors. So those 2 awards are mainly world class.
I understand that the HKPC won 4 gold medals with congratulations of the jury in Geneva this year. That's around 3 more than the previous edition, which is a significant step up. Now, Dr. Yan, can you share with us some of the prize-winning inventions that you were involved in?
There's one invention from our division. The name is called Rapid One-Step Metallization Technology. This technology is very interesting because during the whole process, there's no any toxic elements we will use in the process. So it's very environmental friendly. The second one is about we reduce the 4 steps into 1 step, so the cost and the time can be saved. And this technology is very interesting for some, not only for lightweight or decoration, because you can print some shiny logo on the plastic surface, but also it's very useful to be used like if in the flexible electronics, such as detect blood pressure, heart rate. So it can be used in the biotechnology, which is very hot in Hong Kong.
Wow, so I could say that this technology is efficient and as well eco-friendly.
That's very interesting to know. Eriol, I know that your division's inventions was recognized at both the Geneva Awards and also the Edison Awards. Can you tell us more about it?
Sure. The low-food packaging system for traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, was recognized in both Edison and Geneva Award. This system is invented for a good manufacturing practice, GMP TCM manufacturer in Hong Kong. The system user is an over a century years old company in Hong Kong already, and therefore their product quality as well as their brand images they are intangible assets. So our system applies some industrial robots as well as some vision system to guarantee the product quality.
I know your division also invented the rapid food thawing system by ultrasound. I didn't know that you could use ultrasound to defrost food. So what is the difference between using ultrasound and heat to defrost food? Is it faster?
This is another invention that is a rapid frosting system for the food. And this system applies ultrasound plus a pressurized condition using water as a medium to fasten the defrosting process of the frozen food, and it can increase the defrosting rate by 90% with reduction of wastage of water or energy. And more importantly, because this is a very quick and also efficient system, it can minimize the times for the defrosting and prevent the rapid growth of bacteria during the defrosting process. That means it is a more safe system for the defrosting process as well.
That's really good to know.
Yeah, security is the key, right? So inventors put a lot of efforts into their innovations in the hopes of, making them to know the world, which will lead them to their extensive usage. So Lawrence, how widely used are HKPC's inventions?
I think most of our recognized inventions, they are already in practice. 75% of them are already in use by either production or either our client who are making products for their market. So the reason why is that the client will come to us with a problem, and then we would hope that we use technology to solve the problem. Now, for a lot of R&D projects, we can come from 2 ends. One end is that we start from a problem, and then we use existing technology, and then we use it in an innovative way to develop something for them to solve their problem. The other side of it is to create some technology to break through the barrier of new technology and to push the boundary of technology. And those mostly would be done by the universities. And for that, it's important that we need new technology for us to apply. So the reason why we have high success rate is that we start from a problem. So we custom-made some production line for them, including some smart technology into the production line, and then we are able to fulfill the project in a way that we are able to reduce the cost, reduce the demand on the labor as well.
So back to Eriol. I understand that your invention, the novel packaging system for traditional Chinese medicine, is already being used by local time-honored brand. Can you share with us how it can enhance the company's efficiency?
This system can increase the productivity per worker by 1,100% with a return on investment about 11 months. And previously, the manufacturer deployed more than 20 operators for the manual packaging processes. But now, with our new invention, they only just need to deploy 2 or 3 operators for handling the packaging system. And other operators can be deployed to other value activities, duties, such as the production management, processing of the herbs, or to secure the quality assurance issue, etc.
I see. Then Dr. Yang, can you tell me a bit more? Do you also have some inventions which are utilized by local companies as well?
Yeah. There is another one invention from our division. It's called the accumulated row bonding to combine the aluminum sheet and carbon fiber together. This is a very, I think it's a very interesting way to combine these 2 different materials into one product at room temperature. And it's a totally physical method. No chemicals produced, no high temperature. So it can be used in any, I think it can be in any environment. So I'm talking about this technology can improve the puncture resistance of the material. So it can be used as the electronics or lithium battery casing. So it can protect the electronics more safe and operative in a long time. So about this invention, I'm talking about with some local companies. They are always from the metal forming companies. So I think the details we'll have some discussion, and I think it can be direct use in their production line. So it can be used and utilized in the near future.
So I know that, Lawrence, you guys focuses on the local market, but do you sell the inventions abroad as well?
Yeah, I think we look at it from 2 angles. One is that most of our clients are Hong Kong companies, and we are providing technology for them to enable them to compete internationally. And I think that's very important as a government agency in Hong Kong to help the local industry, to give them the invention, technology, and the methodology to compete around the world. That's one thing. Second thing is that because we are going to international conferences and also these kind of shows, many times, some people from overseas, they would come to us and say whether we can license that technology and whether they can be our agent in, let's say, Europe. And that also happened. So for each of these requests, we will look at it in details and see whether it is feasible.
Well, I mean, some say that higher R&D spending doesn't always guarantee greater inventions. So, Lawrence, what does HKPC consider when allocating resources to projects?
Yes, I think on that point, it's like whether money can buy happiness. I think the other side of it, if without money, then many people will not be happy. So for R&D, it is important that we have enough sufficient funding for carrying out the R&D, because for research, R&D, the word research, I often tell people that it is like search, again, research. So that will require a lot of technology in terms of buying equipment, and also requiring numerous trial and error in order to make things happen. Now, in order to do that, it's important we focus. Policy in Hong Kong now, we have now the new innovation and technology development blueprint, which they have 4 major objectives and 8 strategies. And these are very important for us to plan forward what kind of focus area that we would be putting in. And then within that, we ourselves also, amongst the 4 direction and 8 strategies, we also have 6 focus areas amongst HKPC, and that's how we allocate resources amongst them. Yeah.
That's great.
Lawrence, can you share with us some of the challenges of engaging R&D in Hong Kong?
Yeah. I think it is difficult to some sense in a way that we need a lot of patience. For R&D, it will take time. It's just like Roman was not built overnight. A lot of things will need time to develop. And for me, I'm very heartened to see that in Hong Kong, over the past few years, the government did a great job in encouraging a lot of the R&D or innovation and technology in Hong Kong. And the actual atmosphere of the development, you can see that there are a lot of enthusiasm amongst the general scientific industry, and also for even my staff that when they went to Geneva to present their case or their projects to the judges, I can see that the fire in their eyes and the fact that they really would put in the effort into presenting the best of Hong Kong PC, not only Hong Kong PC, but the best of Hong Kong to the judges, and hopefully we can do something for Hong Kong and tell a great story for Hong Kong.
Yes, I can feel how passionate you guys are. Thank you, Lawrence, and your team for sharing the fruits of HKPC's effort with us today. Now, we look forward to inviting you guys back until your next scientific breakthrough. Now, the Hong Kong government encourages and supports R&D, and we'll be bringing you more innovation in our program in the future, so be sure to stay tuned.
That's right. Now, in fact, after the break, we'll be talking about the integration of fashion and technology. But first, we're going to take a look at the lives of the foreign domestic helpers working here in Hong Kong. Hong Kongers lead busy lives, and it's never easy to juggle a career and family. That's why more than 300,000 households in Hong Kong have hired foreign domestic helpers to assist with housework.
If you go to Central on Sunday, you'll find them catching up with their friends over food and music. Last month, over 1,000 Filipino domestic helpers celebrated the traditional Flores de Mayo festival in Central amid song and dance.
Despite being away from home, their festive spirit was as strong as ever. They even held a competition to enable members of the local Filipino community to show off their talent. Now, Vincent, one of our presenters, had a chat with a 51-year-old male domestic helper. His dream is to share his voice with the world.
Most of the foreign domestic helpers in Hong Kong come from the Philippines and Indonesia. Their numbers dropped from the peak of more than 400,000 in 2019 to 330,000 last year. Nonetheless, they still account for about 1/10 of Hong Kong's labor force. Many of them take the day off on Sunday to gather with their friends to enjoy the sunshine, eat together, and have a great time. Today in Central, thousands of Filipinos are celebrating the annual Flores de Mayo festival. It is one of the main devotions to the Blessed Virgin Mary, which lasts for the entire month in the Philippines. Through the highlights of the Santa Cruzan Parade, you can witness the beauty and grace of the community.
This time, I feel hard, but it's too much enjoyable.
Well, I think the weather is not going to make anyone feel like not as happy. What's the thing you're looking forward to?
The people from the Philippines, the host, and our OWA officers.
Because in Philippines, we seldom celebrate Flores de Mayo, but in Hong Kong, we celebrate with friends.
This is also a very important day for 51-year-old Joey Castro.
I'm Joey P. Castro, and I'm from the Philippines. In Hong Kong, I am OFW, domestic helper, as a driver. I will compete this coming Flores de Mayo. The door and turn the lights down low and put some music on the soft and slow.
Yes, Joey has worked as a domestic helper in Hong Kong for 16 years. He's going to compete with his fellows at the Got Talent Grand Finals on the day of the celebration. He's up against some tough competition.
Well, this morning we practiced our production numbers as well with some of my singers. I love music, so my dream is to become like professional singer. But the life is so hard that time. Well, it's very tough. I am undergraduate, so I need to earn money for living to support my poor family back in the Philippines. That time I was very upset. My young age, I started working in factories, and it's really hard for me that time. And to be one of the breadwinner of 12 siblings, it's really hard for me.
Joey and other domestic helpers have actually been practicing in a remittance office.
To all the staff of Metro Bank, thank you so much for allowing us here. I'm very, very happy if I help them and they help me as well. Previous years, we can practice anywhere, like post office, pier, they always a guard say, you cannot practice here, you cannot make noise here.
Joey, I know a lot of Filipinos are really good singers. Is everyone a good singer?
We almost everyone, even like in my place, it's like poor area. Kids right now love singing. That's why maybe one of our talent in the Philippines.
As you're around Hong Kong for so long, what have you noticed about the Hong Kong singing scene?
Well, I like it also because I watched like some of the concert like in TST, Central. They're also very good in singing. They're so talented actually. And the band won't play, I'll always remember us this way.
The Got Talent Grand Finals are underway despite the heavy rain. After months of practice, Joey will finally step onto the stage. Good luck, Joey.
To ride the unlightable line. This is my quest to follow the star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right, without question or pause.
Although Joey didn't win in the end, he's still very happy.
I'm so happy. At least I perform well and share my talent. And even my first time, I really do it well. For me, as long as the Filipino happy, it's very good for me. It's dream come true. At least from my young age, this is my dream. So even I'm let's say I'm old, it's not hindrance to perfect my dream. Without music, sometimes I have a lot of problems. I sing. Music can express my feelings sometimes when I'm like alone or even like thinking too much. The music is the best way to express yourself.
Erica, seeing that you read fashion magazines all the time, you must be so in tune with the latest trends.
Rico, you can't blame a girl for wanting to look pretty, right? Now, deciding what to wear can be a real headache sometimes. That's why I turn to magazines for inspiration. Technology is so advanced these days, it's now possible to use an app to try on clothes virtually instead of going to the store. Who knew technological advances would make even clothes shopping more convenient?
You're right. I know that Miss Shi actually went to the Fashion InStyle fair earlier, formerly known as Hong Kong Fashion Week. The focus of this year's event was on the integration of fashion and technology. A number of innovations were showcased, including 3D printed fashion as well as AI and RFID technologies. There were also garments created by the world's first designer-led AI design system.
Well, I'm sure the system will inspire local designers and help speed up the conception and production processes. I can wait to find out about these latest fashion innovations.
Then let's take a look right now.
Hong Kong has many design talents. While local fashion designers continue to steal the spotlight at international fashion scenes, Hong Kong is also home to many technology gurus. So what happens when you combine fashion and technology? The exhibition we're visiting today is the perfect example that combines fashion and artificial intelligence. Let's check it out.
And we have amazing technology that we bring to the market. The last few years, we bring it to the fashion market. And what you can see, by 3D printing, we can print a full color, transparent, different mechanical properties of ink over a substrate. In this case, we print over textile. What we bring to the market is unleash creativity. Whatever you have in your mind, in your imagination.
So would you say the application of technology is the expansion and execution of human creativity?
Exactly. So 3D printing can take, whatever been created by AI from digital world to the real world. And we do it all the way from the design to production in one click. This is the beauty. Okay, so the designer do the design, and the day after you can go to manufacturing. Just you put the cut file, or the file was created by the technology, put it into the printer, and in few hours you have it in your hand. So it's not just imagination or in the digital. We take it all the way to the real world for production, for manufacturing, for fashion, for garments, for shoes, for bags. It's endless possibilities that we can have with this amazing technology.
Can you tell us about your business and what exactly do you do?
So we developed the software to think about how to minimize the waste that is not only reduce the material, but also think about non-value added time. For example, for the software, we can make use of the AR glasses and then think about facility design, and then we can minimize the physical constructions of the facilities. And on the other hand, that we can through the AR glasses, then we can know that how it operates, and then the installations process and how it can be integrated with the existing facility.
So it sounds like there's plenty of advantages brought on by AI.
Yeah.
Do you see a risk in relying on AI and therefore limiting the creative involvement of humans?
Yeah, I think that you can treat AI as a tool. So you would like to make use of the tools to have a better decisions making. But instead, we don't want AI to control us. And also, we need to take the leading roles to think about, how to make use of the AI to have a better decision making.
So I'll change it to white first, but now you can pick whatever color you want.
Tell us about your business. What do you do?
Actually, we're a 3D soft goods technologies company. We offer not only the software, we offer also different platform and services related to the 3D simulations technologies. Anything is created by textile, by soft materials, you can be able to make within our software.
How do you think this technology is helping your clients in terms of marketing strategies or efforts?
As actually for our software, we can help from design to production and definitely for marketing as well. So imagine you are a designer, you can start the design within the software first, and then you can also communicate and collaborate with your productions team, including the pattern makers, the technicians, and slowly once you have launched your style, you can then put it to your marketing team, where they can do the sales promotions, marketing promotion through a different social media platform. And in terms of the ways, definitely you can use the render images like animation videos, or you can do catwalk shows, and even put it on e-commerce, different website, and extend it to metaverse as well.
After visiting the exhibition today, I've realized that technology and fashion design can be developed side by side in perfect harmony. Check out this hip-hop digital version of me, which I've created and designed using 3D simulation technology. Quite a masterpiece, isn't it?
In April, an American AI creative studio held the world's first AI Fashion Week. Hundreds of AI-generated garments were showcased by virtual models on a virtual runway in front of a virtual audience. Now, from this, it's clear to see that AI is geared to disrupt the global fashion industry. As Asia's fashion hub, Hong Kong is also actively exploring the application of artificial intelligence in fashion design. Today, we've invited two representatives from AiDlab, Professor Calvin Wong, CEO and Center Director, and Dr. Jeanne Tan, COO and Center Assistant Director, to talk to us about their AI inventions and the impact of AI tools on the fashion industry. Welcome both. Now, fashion design used to be a very time-consuming process back then, requiring extensive research, current trends, and consumer preferences, and the review of past collections. to find inspirations. Now, Professor Wong and his team successfully developed Hong Kong's first AI-based interactive design assistant for fashion known as AiDlab last year. With just a few clicks of the mouse, AiDlab can generate multiple original designs in a matter of seconds. Professor Wong, can you share with us how the system operates and how it assists designers in their work?
AiDlab is actually a designer-led system. It means that a designer just need to upload the mood board to the system, which is composed of, say, fabric print pattern, colors, some sort of abstract images with the theme for the upcoming season, and also the initial sketches. Just within 10 seconds, AiDlab, can generate 8 outfits to the designers. Based on these outfits, designers, can modify, refine, and finalize the collection. If they don't like it, just need to click redesign this button, another new set of 8 outfits can come up. So this is a kind of, I would say, collaboration between designers and also AI technology.
Now, Professor Wong make it sound like it's so easy, but I'm pretty sure it's way more complicated than that. Time is money in a fast-paced city like Hong Kong, so efficiency is key. Are there any specific examples that demonstrate how much time designers can save by using the system?
Just last year, we have collaborated with 14 designers from Hong Kong, mainland China, Korea, and also Australia. And after, they have tried, AiDlab system, they commented that around 60 to 70% of the whole design and process development time, can be saved. And actually, the system is getting along with, the conventional fashion design process. Just last year, we have collaborated with an Italian luxury fashion brand. We just spent 2 days based on the mood board, from this brand. We can come up with 3,000 outfits just within 2 days.
Wow, the system is amazing.
Yeah.
In addition to efficiency, sustainability is equally important in today's society. This is evident in the fact that many brands are now promoting sustainable fashion. So how does the system contribute to the development of the industry in this respect?
For the AiDlab system, within shortest time, we can come up all possible designs, combinations for the designers, and then they can determine, the best design, and then based on this best design, they can fabricate, the view sample. You can see, which can fulfill, the sustainability in terms of this perspective.
The system conducts analysis using a fast database, but fashion design hinges on originality and uniqueness. So how do AI tools avoid plagiarism?
Having said that, AiDlab is a designer-led AI system. It means that we need to treasure, the originality and also the inspirations of the designers. So that's why the designers still need to do the market survey, take, the consideration of fashion trend and also their new inspirations, and then come up with the mood board. So for this kind of things, I don't think that we don't have any this kind of plagiarism problem. Another thing is that, for the AiDlab system, we will set up, the separate account for each brand and also the designer. So there's no any design or the idea shared, with the other designers.
So apart from the pre-production phase, AI technology can also be applied in production processes. Last year, Dr. Jeanne Tang and her team successfully developed the world's first contactless gesture recognition illuminative textile that changes color via hand and body gestures. In front of me is this intelligent textile. Can you explain to me, how do they recognize our hand gesture and body postures?
So usually for our intelligent textiles, we have an integrated camera. So it is actually based on computer vision, deep learning, and photonic textiles. So basically, if you were to show it a gesture, it will actually change colors according to the pre-programmed commands that we have programmed into the system.
Wow, that's really fascinating. What about that beautiful textile over there?
Right, I'm happy to show this. This is actually a garment that we have collaborated with an international luxury brand, and they have showcased this at their Milan Fashion Week show just in February. We collaborated with them, and they feel that for fashion users, it is more intuitive for them to use it via a mobile application. So we actually designed the mobile application to go with the system so that the user could change the colors of their garments according to their needs.
You know, I saw the really beautiful colors and the lights. It's amazing. So I'm just wondering, I'm curious to know that, can it be washed like normal clothes?
Because we are consumers ourselves. So we also think that the aftercare of the garment is really important. So we have developed this fabric so that it can be washed in a normal washing machine on a cold water wash. So now you can actually clean it very easily.
Wow.
It is actually just the components that you have to separate for the washing, but it can be washed.
But can it be processed in a conventional textile machinery?
Yes. So basically, previous works from my team, we were actually limited by hand knitting machines. But now we can actually produce this on the industrial knitting machine. So now we can actually have mass production. So it's suitable for mass adoption now.
Thank you. So I want to know more about, why did you decide to have this idea to begin with, though?
Right, because I come from a textile design background and a very traditional training. So we find that textiles is an omnipresent material. Wouldn't it be nice that it actually adapts to my needs instead of me adapting to the requirements of the textiles? So we wanted to make something that will change according to our environments, just like the many different technologies and products that's around us now.
Yeah, you know, from traditional textile to right now very technological textile, it's a really big jump, right? So what were the needs of the fashion industry that you see from the market and consumers back then at the point?
Right. I find that at that time, I think the consumers and the market are very curious about technology, and they find that it should be something that is easy to use and something that enhances their interaction with the everyday environments. And the most important thing, it shouldn't be obtrusive. It shouldn't be something that has a giant computer right behind it. It needs something that is lightweight, easy, because now we have such fluid lifestyles. We move from one place to another. And that's another reason why we have created a knitted textile out of this. Because of the casualization of society, nowadays people prefer to wear garments with more stretch so that it's more comfortable.
Okay. So apart from fashion design, how can this intelligent textile be used in other forms?
Right. So for our intelligent textiles, it also has got applications for interiors and rehabilitation. So for interiors, with just a simple gesture, you can actually change your entire environment. And for rehabilitation, we have actually licensed our material to an NGO in Hong Kong, and we actually worked with the therapists over there to develop textiles that they can use for multisensory therapy.
So from what we've talked about so far, it's clear that the possibilities of AI are endless. But people have started to worry whether AI is becoming so smart that they'll replace human beings one day. Now, will designers be made redundant by AI? And how can the designers make good use of AI tools?
For Ada, I would say that we still need to rely on human creativity, because this is the most valuable asset of fashion designers and also the creators. So that's why I think AI is just taking the role as an assistant, as what I've said, which is a kind of co-working relationship. AI can complement with designers. Designers can also complement with AI, such that we can have a better whatever fashion products or survey designs, to fulfill, the actual requirements of human. I would say that.
So thank you for sharing your inventions. And from design to production, AI tools are disrupting the development of the entire fashion industry. In the future, designers may very well work hand in hand with AI to open up new possibilities. Thank you, Professor Wong and Dr. Tuen, for sharing your inventions with us today. Now, Tuen Festival is just around the corner. How much do you know about this special occasion? Well, some people call it Dragon Boat Festival because dragon boat racing is an essential part of these celebrations. Some people call it Rice Dumpling Festival because this food item is representative of the occasion. Rice dumplings come in both sweet and savory forms. What are their origins? How are they made? And what do foreigners think of them? Virginia is here to answer all those questions.
Student Festival, also known as Dragon Boat Festival, is coming up soon. So today we'll be trying Cheung rice dumplings. Legend has it that a patriotic poet named Yun committed suicide by throwing himself into the river. The people then threw sticky rice into the waters in hopes that the sea creatures would eat the sticky rice instead of Yun's body. Afterwards, dragon boat races and rice dumplings have become traditions of the Tuen Festival. Today, I have a very special guest with me, Coco from France, and we'll be making and eating rice dumplings. Let's go! Hello, Coco.
Hello, Virginia.
So rice dumplings in Hong Kong, they can be savory or sweet. Most common ones would be an alkaline dumpling or a salted meat dumpling, but there could be others as well. I know you've been in Hong Kong studying for over a year.
Yes.
Have you had a rice dumpling before?
I'm not sure about that, but I think it's similar to rice roll.
Oh, okay. Do you have anything comparable in France?
I don't think so, because the idea of the dumplings is very unique to Hong Kong.
Well, why don't we try first?
Let's go.
Usually at the restaurant, they do everything for us, but today we're gonna try to do the prep work ourselves. First, we need to untie the rope. Now you look, it's not a normal rope. Any guesses what it might be, Coco?
I have no idea what it can be.
It's actually a water plant, and in Chinese, we call it saltwater grass. Back in the day, before plastic bags, at wet markets, they would bundle the meats and the vegetables with this rope. Do you know why we use bamboo leaf?
Why though?
Take a smell.
Wow, the smell.
Yeah, it's a lovely fragrance, so that then gets infused in the rice when it's cooking. Let's try to unwrap it. Yeah!
Wow.
Coco, do you recognize some of the ingredients in here?
Oh, meats.
It's some fatty pork. And on the outside layer here, glutinous rice. And then the yellow layer, it's called split mung bean. Also, there should be a salted egg yolk hidden somewhere in here.
We don't usually eat gluten rice. We just eat plain rice with some other meal. This is very different.
Yeah, so glutinous rice is super sticky. Yeah. So then we can use it as a wrapper and then stuff ingredients inside.
Exactly.
And it will hold its shape even after cooking. Cheers!
Wow, I love it. It is very special.
I mean, the rice dumpling already has flavor, but some people like myself actually likes to use a dipping sauce. So usually we will either use soy sauce or sugar, depending on your own preference.
I think this is my favorite.
You like it with the sugar more?
Yeah.
Now that we've tried the savory, let's try the sweet. This is an alkaline dumpling. Normally inside will be red bean paste or lotus seed paste, but we have the most traditional one here, and it has no filling, but we'll eat it with the sugar. Okay, let's try it. Super sticky, right?
Very sticky.
It's like a test of your chopstick skills.
It's very different from the salty one. I feel more egg inside. It's very more sticky. I like it.
Yes, and also this one actually has an alkaline solution, and it's the same thing that they use to make wonton noodles as well. We just tried rice dumplings, and I've had a fair share of them in my lifetime, but the last time I remember wrapping one was when I was a little kid helping my grandma. But since you're here with me, why don't we try wrapping some rice dumplings today?
Of course, I'd love to.
First, we use 2 bamboo leaves diagonally to make this triangular cone. Then we add in the glutinous rice, mung bean, fatty pork, and the salted egg yolk. So 2 more bamboo leaves on the side to wrap it. And then we fold these leaves over, and then fold that over, and then fold this over. Wow. How come mine doesn't look like the right shape? We use 4 of the saltwater grass, okay? Do you have to bite it?
Okay.
So we're gonna wrap it around. tie it like a Christmas present.
Okay. Hey.
Woohoo! Oh, we could do this without teeth. Okay. I made this, not really, but. So now that we've made rice dumplings today, Coco, what did you think about the whole experience?
Love it. I feel so happy to have the experience to do that, and I'm really, really, really like discovering new things today.
Thanks for being part of this today.
Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, Virginia, for the lowdown on rice dumplings. There is a story behind every festive food, and I can't wait to hear more.
You won't have to wait long, as I'm sure Virginia is working hard to bring us more gourmet stories as we speak. For now, we hope everyone will have a great time celebrating Father's Day this coming Sunday.
So thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in at the same time next week. Good night.